Well, good morning, guys and gals. The DIY Woodworker here with you again. Well, I know I told you that I was through this cabinet, but not necessarily so. I've decided that I don't like the way this is fitting down in here, that I've got these door fronts down inside this frame. I just don't like that. And I've decided I don't like these drawer slides that I've got on here. So what I'm going to do is replace those drawer slides with these ball bearing type slides here. And I'm also going to fill in this area here with a sheet of ply. I've got to find if I got one over here that'll fit in there, but basically what I'm going to do, and this piece looks like it'll work, cut it down. I'm going to fill that in. Then once I've cut this piece to size, I'll go ahead and trace on the back side here, trace these holes out, cut those all out, and I'm going to set this up in here, make that flush, and then the drawer covers or fronts will fit up flush against this, and these drawer glides will fit flush down in here like this. At least that's the new plan. I decided I didn't like the way those were looking. I can't seem to align these two-piece units up where they come in, and the drawers will be in there straight, they're in there crooked, and it just looked like the dickens. So that's the plan. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and cut the video off for now, and go ahead and cut this thing to size, put it up in here, trace on the back side the openings, cut those openings out, and go ahead and get this glued in. So I'll be back with you when I've got all that done. All right, folks, here we are again. I'm back. I have got the spacers all cut and glued in. I'm just going to let that sit for a couple hours, let that glue set up good. Come back and do whatever filling I'm going to have to do. Let me show you over here. I'm going to have to take my wood putty and come along in here, fill in here, a little crack down here, just where the wood didn't quite fit right. I've got to come in and do a little fill in. I'll do that, and let that set up and dry, and then I'll have to come back and paint. So my painting days are not over. I thought they were, but they aren't. I don't guess they ever will be, as long as you're doing something out here in the workshop. But that's it for now. We're going to go ahead and let that set up and dry, and when it's dried up, I've got the wood filler in, and I'll come back. I'll have to sand that, and I'll probably come back and video some more of that. So we'll be back with you again shortly. Okay, well, here we are. I got that sanded and sprayed and letting it dry. Now the next thing I've got to do is where I put these filler pieces in. I've got to come along in here with my plastic wood here, wood filler, fill all that in, let it get dry, sand it down. Then I've noticed, I don't know if it'll show up on the video or not, but my cabinet's kind of yellowed here. The only thing I can figure is that's the result of me putting on that poly, and it must have reacted with the paint that was on there, but it's got a yellow tinge to it, so I've got to sand all of this down again and then respray the whole cabinet, which is fun. I enjoy doing fun things, so get to have all the fun I want, I guess. Now I've got a nice, real nice plastic putty knife, red putty knife, and it has disappeared into the void of the workshop. I can't find it anywhere. I've looked and looked and looked, and it's just nowhere to be found. Now, I don't want to say nothing bad about my right-hand man, and I'm not understand in case my right-hand man sees this video. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying that when she gets out here and puts things away, everything in its place, everything's got a place to be. Only problem is I don't know where that place is. Funny how that works, isn't it? Oh, I thought this wood was the same dimensions. Obviously it's not. Just a fraction of a difference smaller. Oh well. Can't change it now. It's in there. Well, what I'm going to do is fill all this in, but I'm going to lay this on its backside so I can work on it sitting down and looking down on it. I'll pause the video and we'll be back in a little while. Hello guys and gals, the DIY CNC woodworker here with you again. Well, as you can see, I'm busy sanding. I've got to sand down this whole exterior of this cabinet and part of the interior. When I painted it the other day, I thought it'd be a real good idea to put polyurethane over it to make it nice and shiny and smooth finish. Well, that polyurethane and the paint reacted with each other and they end up with a yellow haze over everything. Wow, so I've got to sand it all down, start all over again. Now, I see a guy on YouTube doing it, but he does a polyacrylic. So I'm going to assume that the polyacrylic and the polyurethane are two different products, I should say. So when I get this painted, I'm going to the store and I'm going to look up polyacrylic and get some advice on it from the people at the store if they know anything. And then maybe put the polyacrylic over this instead of the polyurethane. Another thing I had to do when I put these filler pieces in here, and here, these 4 pieces, though they look like they were the same thickness as the frame wood, there was a 1/16 of an inch or so, not quite, maybe a 32nd of an inch difference in height. So I had to sand all this down to get it all smooth across here, which I think I have done. Now I'm in the process of finishing up sanding here using 80 grit sandpaper. Now I can sit here and video me sanding and bore you to death with that if you're not already bored to death. But just a little uptake on what I'm doing, where I'm at in the project. This is that vanity again that I've been working on for how many months off and on, between doing plaques for clients and pre-doing plaques for gifts for the Christmas season coming up for family members and friends. I've been staying quite busy. That and of course my health issues I got with my back problems and other things going on. It's just been a crazy couple of months. But I'm bound and determined to get this finished today. I've got a client coming over now. I'm waiting on to show up to pre-approve a couple of drawings I've done for her for some plaques she wants me to make. But before I go ahead and spend the time carving those plaques, I want to get her approval on what I've designed. So she'll be by here in a little while. But other than that, just the same old stuff, just staying busy and sanding. See, once I've sanded here, I got a few little spots over here I got to get some wood filler out and go over again and try to fill in a few little dents and dings. But trying to get most of it with the 80 grit sandpaper. When I get done with the 80 grit, I'll go back over everything with the 120 to kind of smooth it out. And that'll be it. So I'm going to go ahead and turn the video off at this time. But I just want to let you know that I'm still busy working on this. Now when I post this video, it's going to be a compilation of several days. As you'll notice, I'll have different shirts on and stuff and different times of the day. This next video that I post will be a compilation of 3 or 4 or 5 days work. A little bit here, a little bit there. That's how I work. So just to let you know, if you look at it and try to figure out, well, what's going on, he keeps changing shirts. No, I don't change shirts in the middle of the work. It's just a different day. So we'll be back with you here shortly. Alright folks, well here we are sanding the last side. I have the front, the one side, now this is the last side. Let's get this going. Finish this up. I'm using 80 grit on this belt sander. And once I get this done, I'll take my orbital sander, go back over it again with 80 grit to get the spots that the belt sander wouldn't take out, or at least smooth it all out fairly evenly. Then I'll change out my 80 grit on my orbital sander to 120 and give it a final sanding at 120. And that will be it. Again, if you watched me on my previous video and you saw me spraying this polyurethane over this paint, don't do that. You either said, boy, that looks real nice what he's doing, or boy, he's messing up, one or the other. I did not know that polyurethane and that paint would react the way it did and turn everything yellow. Well, it wasn't yellow, but it had a yellow tinge to it, which is totally unacceptable. So I get to sand this all down, which is fun, by the way. Does it look like I'm having fun? Well, anyhow, I have to do it. I have to sand this out, respray it, of course, and then get some polyacrylic paint, spray that over the white paint. See, now this is going to be in a high moisture content area. I feel like I need the polyacrylic to help seal and protect the wood and the paint. I may not, but my way of thinking and reasoning, I think I will. So, right or wrong, that's what I'm going to do. And if it turns yellow, the wife's just going to have a yellow cabinet. Or yellow picture cabinet. Oh, that's warm. I guess this plywood is not real level or real flat. And I get parts of it down to bare wood, and there's other parts of it, several coats of paint still on it. I'm assuming that's what happened here. I see my right-hand man showed up. She's wanting to get in on the sweeping. She just can't stand it. She's got to get out here and sweep. I think she was born with a broom in her left hand. Is that right? You think so? I don't. You don't think so? All right. Well, Anyhow, that's the rough sanding. Now, like I said, I've got 80 grit on here now. I'll go over this a couple of times with 80 grit to try to clean up a little bit of that belt sanding mess. That belt sander is kind of rough. And then once I've got that satisfactorily sanded down, I will come back with 120. I'm going to go ahead, again, not to bore you to death with spray painting or sanding. I'm going to go ahead and stop the video at this time. This backside I'm not going to worry about. That's going to be against the wall, so you won't see it. So I'll go ahead and stop the video for now and continue sanding. Back with you in a little while. Alright, that's it for now. We're working on this thing for the greater part of the day. At least I got this smoothed down. There was like a 32nd inch or so, a half a millimeter of a ridge here, where these two pieces of wood that splicers that I put in here, as I said, weren't same height, even though they looked the same height when I started. So that's that. I gotta go get me some, I'm gonna get some primer paint, I think this time, put a coat of primer on it. Then I come back with a color coat and check into that not polyurethane, but the poly, whatever it was, I done forgot now. Jeez. Anyhow, that's it for today. I'm done. Next time I do any filming here, it'll be me re-spray painting this cabinet. So for now, this is the DIY CNC Woodworker, and we will talk to you again real soon. Y'all have a nice day.